So this one was due to go off apparently at 16:16. It's currently 16:16, but I think they're clearing the last one overran because of the red flag.
Yeah, no. There was a couple of people turning around and running back towards the back. Now, what's going on there? There's people staring. I think there may be somebody having a little bit of a word with another driver at the end of...
They're just trying to get them back in order. They lined up in the wrong order for the grid, have they? Here he's put his headset down, so he's going to try and find the gossip. Just waiting for this Junior Primo team to be released. They line them up in the collecting area in the correct order. And if someone gets in the wrong place, they then have to shuffle them out so that they'll actually line up in the grid order. It's a thankless task run by the grid marshals, to be honest. In fact, when you define thankless task, what you see is a grid marshal trying to organise, herd chickens really, in some way to actually get them to do what they're supposed to be doing. But so there's a little bit of a delay here. I think the track's clear. Yeah, there's green flags on the track, so the track's clear, but they're not starting this for a different reason. But it's not going to affect anything. The sun's still shining, the wind's lightly blowing, so they're not going to get any different conditions for starting a few minutes later. Starting marshal's back out again. They are waiting for something. There is an issue at some point. Can't see what it is. The rest of us are all waiting for a go. This last heat of the day, Junior Primo. Bit of movement in the car park as some people leave. Henry's back. He's going to tell us exactly what the problem is and why they're all faffing about. So what's this faffing about, Henry?
All is fair in love and karting until somebody gets the ump.
What's happened?
I think there was a little bit of one or two drivers weren't happy with something that luckily we didn't see on camera. Now I'm looking at the there was no under investigation. Morgan Hudson-Brown with a 5-second penalty. Kyle Dunford under investigation. There was a couple of people asking questions, and there was a couple of people that were somewhat upset. But all is now well, I believe. It happens in karting. It's a competitive sport, and adrenaline can get the better of anybody.
Doesn't quite explain why they haven't started the Junior Primo race then.
Possibly because race director Dan Ashton is now dealing with the fallout of a couple of lively discussions in the Parc Ferme area that need his attention, his full attention, before we get underway.
This isn't helping me get home.
I mean, I tell you what. Let's go through my favourite class, Junior Primo, and give them a full rundown
of their grid, yes.
Of the grid without rushing. And let's have a little look. Junior Primo race number 42 of the weekend. Before we get started, a huge well done to the marshalling team and all the Kart Championship officials, because 42 races is one heck of a shift over 2 days. It's going to be Elijah Hazelwood on the front row of the grid. Elijah, who made a debut in the British Championship and ended up rolling out of his kart, was fine, and he's got Chris Harvey here mechanicking for him. He will start from pole position. Cooper Campbell leads on the outside of row number 1. Isaac Jameson and Lewis Gilbert on row 2. Zach Jennings and Alfie Forrester, row 3. Ronnie Legg and Samuel Lead in row 4. Lily Shaw and Noah Clark, row 5. Oscar Pitt and Miles Cloworth, row 6. George Ralston and Oscar Chesovic on row 7. Harry Ward and Zach Mackay on row 8. Thomas Butcher and Archie Ray Watson, row number 9. Elijah Hartley and Ethan Barth, row 10. Pierce Whitehead, Charlie Thompson, Jasper Oakes, Thomas Ambler, Noah Jones, Lucas Olofsson, and Luke Wells. And again, so so Chris Harvey and Louis Harvey, his son, and Louis Harvey is a former British junior TKM champion. I mentioned that they're from the whole family are extremely successful in the world of bodybuilding. You've got Chris, you've got his wife Charlene, you've got Louis Harvey, who is probably the only one, and then Lily Harvey is the youngest member of the family into the world of professional bodybuilding, which is interesting. But no, I mean it's a very, very it's a world that I'm not familiar with.
Absolutely not. Come on, everyone. Why is it going? Come on.
Go kart racing.
I don't quite know what this delay is all about, to be honest. I'm not sure there's a technical issue somewhere.
Someone put another 50p in the timing and scoring meter.
I don't know. It's all going well. Then it's stopped.
Where are we going next, ladies and gentlemen? Well, the next round of the Kart Championship will take place on, as I look at my schedule, it will be the 17th and 18th of May.
In GYG.
GYG at Glenagorse.
North Wales.
Up in North Wales via Cornwall, by Nick Day.
Yeah, well, I randomly picked completely the wrong accent for that one, didn't I?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's quite right. Yes, in North Wales,
West Country.
They sound very...
Very Devonian.
They can sound very, 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 almost like a Scouser in North Wales.
But you be careful. You have enough problem with North Wellians for your inability to speak the language.
Yes, only a little bit. When they say, Siarad Cymraeg, I go ddim, which is no. Get passable is my Welsh. But if we've got a few people racing from Wales. I mean, I would be better off being able to speak Turkish today.
In fairness, yes, it would have been
helpful.
A kind of a real zing-a-ding to it, wouldn't it? Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, your fault for not hiring a Turkish commentator and hiring me instead, Nick. I know. The mistakes we make, eh?
Yeah, just when the Turkish commentator might have bought me a decent kebab. You never know.
Yeah.
Oh, he's getting his... No, he's getting the... No, he's not. He's just organising his flag. He's getting the green flag. The green flag is out.
Yes.
The green flag is out. We may be... This is, by the way, I'm talking about the starting marshal.
Yeah.
We may be able to get going, but no.
He's holding his green flag, which is good, because the green flag was sitting on a tyre bale.
He swapped his yellow flag for the green flag.
Yes, which means that he's like...
talking about next events. The next event actually for Karting Live TV is also in Wales.
Oh, is it at Landau
International Raceway, yes, with the Access Karting team. So the Access Karting, which is kind of like the real top-level club guys who are racing in onto the national series. All sorts of different karts, a lot of stuff none of the stuff you see here is represented by over there, because even the cadets are different.
Oh, brilliant!
So you've got 210s, you've got twin-engine pro karts, you've got a lot of GXs there, and a huge amount of TKM stuff. 115s and 100s. There's a lot of smoke. There's a lot of excellent two-stroke to breathe in. So if you have any sort of breathing issues, don't come. If you like smelling two-stroke, Landau and the Access Karting, which we'll be doing in 2 weeks' time. The week before we go from South Wales to North Wales, but both times I'll be going home to Lincolnshire, which is kind of like a big triangle.
But you have to say, I mean, if there's a sprint grid of twin-engine pro karts, that's some proper racing. You don't need your grass cut.
They've got some old 310s as well, which like a Formula 600s. They've got some stuff that really used to. They were kind of a catch-all for people who wanted to race but couldn't find a series to run in, and they've now got all sorts of stuff going on. That's brilliant.
Excellent. Right now, we've been left waiting for the... we've had the matinee performance. Then we had the intermission. Everyone went and got their little tubs of ice cream.
An intermission with no obvious reason for it.
No, well, apart from maybe some... I thought
the rowing was carried out later in the stewards' room. He didn't actually interface with the order of the track running, but you never know. It doesn't matter anyway.
Well, I mean... we've got a phalanx
A
of
phalanx
of X carts at the front there. Look at them all, 5 of them, and the driver it'll be Lewis Gilbert with the only non-black and white kart there at the front of the field.
In 4th place, interloping.
Needs to be the fly in the X kart ointment.
Oh, and there's been an accident. That's impressive. Someone's probably got a drop-down penalty already for that.
Yep, and inexperience just, again,
oozes.
Junior Primo, 12 to 14 years old. They come to the line.
Oh, that's not really on that sudden zip across.
One of the X karts is.
He went at the back. I think it was the 3rd place man went at the back of the rest of the field.
And there's no false start, so we are off and racing.
Obviously, that sudden veer to the right by the pole man is an allowed function.
Once you cross that line, yes, you can.
It does seem very violent. Perhaps it just looks in your eye wrong. In fact, on the angle, track, it's fine. Yeah,
the angle of the camera, but also the speed that they're carrying. But it is Elijah Hazelwood leading the way. Cooper Campbell leads Isaac Jameson. Now,
somebody at the top isn't in that list anymore, so just let me get over the line and see who it
Gilbert
was. One of the many X carts that got back. Could be any of them, who knows?
It's the green crash helmet of Isaac Jameson.
So Jameson did drop back.
Lily Shaw up to 8th position. That's a good start from Lily Shaw. Cleworth, Oscar Chesevic, Mackay, Ralston, Watson, Samuel Leedon has dropped quite a few places, and Oscar Pitt has also slipped back.
The big drop is Jameson's gone down, I think 8 places, some places. Anyway, but they're now completing that first lap and out and running onto the back end of the second lap to come around the hangar corner. Grace hasn't quite got a pattern yet. Nope. He's got an X kart 1, 2, 3. 4th place is a battle between 2 non-X karts. They're battling so hard they hit each other.
Yeah.
And they've opened up the place. I think that's a 70-something.
Ronnie Legg.
Is that Ronnie Legg in the 55?
Ronnie Legg in the 55. Yeah. Lewis Gilbert had a little nibble on Ronnie's leg, and then they both. Lewis Gilbert lost a place, and Alfie Forrester went through. And now,
second and third changes round if it will stick, and it. I don't think Zach Jennings might get it, but he's parked himself on the inside. And it goes away. But the winner out of that was Elijah Hazelwood, who gained a few tenths of a second because of the scrappage of his 2 teammates behind.
And the X kart with the black crash helmets, that would be the 69 of Zach Jennings. Very, very late on the brakes. Somehow he managed to get the kart slowed down roughly around the plate, the apex point of the corner. But he was committed with a capital C. It's easy to say. Now, Gilbert coming back at the league. You know when I said that bold prediction about how this race wasn't going to be dominated by one particular driver?
Yeah, it was a great one. That's gone well.
Yeah, that's aged like warm milk.
But you have 2nd, 3rd and 4th together, which is being 4th place being Lewis Gilbert, who's not an X kart, and then you've got Jennings and Campbell Lees. In fact, it looks like Jennings is actually under quite a lot of pressure from Gilbert, because they probably noticed that Elijah was disappearing away.
Yes.
He's got a second and a half.
Oh, no.
We've made the mistake now. We've let him get away. How do we get him back? I don't know.
Yeah. But of course, this is 9 minutes. These are the least... not counting the Bambinos, who are obviously just starting out, and maybe some of the micros. These are the least experienced drivers by definition of the class.
Yeah.
So, what's to say, Elijah Hazelwood, whereas Lucas Blanford, Riley Bishop, experienced, they can run 9 minutes without missing an apex. Not quite as likely for Elijah Hazelwood. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's more likely to happen in Junior Primo than anything else. As you see, Campbell, Lees, Jennings and Gilbert now sort of, get their ducks in a row, as it were, and set off after Hazelwood. Fastest
lap in the middle of the field to Oscar Pitt now, the 43.5. So there's some pace in the middle, but it's the 2nd, 3rd and 4th are having an absolute scrap with each other coming into the hairpin.
And this is the inexperience that you're showing. With 8 minutes to go, and teammates in 2nd and 3rd, Campbell Lees didn't need to be defending, and Jennings doesn't need to be attacking. They need to be working together. But it's a
There we
Jennings.
go. So Jennings now takes that. Whether Campbell got just fed up with it, he certainly got through now, and immediately gaps him.
Yeah,
But they are 2.1 seconds behind Elijah Hazelwood, who has got that gap. Yes, he's quick, but he's been helped by the fact that the following karts have all been having a massive row.
Yeah, and last time around, even with that row, well, they was Jennings making 2 passing attempts and 1 overtake. Yeah, there's a problem with Cooper Campbell-Lee's. His X-kart is not happy.
Not as happy as the others at the moment.
No, because Jennings is. I thought I stand up. I apologise. I thought Zach Jennings was being a little bit inexperienced by the way he was attacking his teammate. But now that I've seen both him and Gilbert pass and pull away, yeah, Jennings was. He knew something was amiss, and he thought, I've got to go. Now the lead comes down. Oh well, maybe. Just maybe,
down by
ladies and gentlemen.
So it took a while, but it was the fastest lap from Jennings. Now he's been released and running in clean air.
Yes, maybe there could yet be a battle for the lead in Junior Primo.
Lewis Gilbert as well also has been released, so you've got a kind of a chasing pack now coming back towards Elijah Hazelwood. But Hazelwood got a 2-second cushion, which is pretty large in any karting event.
Yeah, but well, the gap is now down. It was 2.3. It's now 1.98. The only 0.12 of a second.
That's a big 12.
It's a big 0.12.
See, over this time, so over the line now. Hazelwood was the fastest lap of the race, which kind of scuppers the gaining. He's getting a 10th back on Jennings. Gilbert slightly quicker. Miles Cleworth has done the fastest overall lap, but he's a long way back with the 43.4. So they're getting a bit quicker as they get warmed up.
Well, he's 7th. Make that, and Oscar Chesovic. No, Miles Cleworth is now up into 5th. Make that 4th.
So he got past Cooper Campbell-Lee's in the background, yeah.
Because Cooper Campbell-Lee's is just at his personal best lap, but that's only a 43.65. So all is not well. Campbell-Lee's is driving to the maximum that his machinery will allow him to. Chesovic is 6th. Mackay, Ralston, Butcher, and Pitt. It was mechanical flag for Lily Shaw.
Gilbert.
Bumper.
Gilbert.
Black flag. Black flag.
Wow.
Isaac Jameson. That would be the Isaac Jameson that leapt over half the field at turn number 1.
Yes, and I think he may have already pulled out.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's interesting actually. Yeah, so we got the fastest lap in now is Lewis Gilbert in 3rd. Gained about a 10th of a second. This 2nd and 3rd, you've got the fastest kart going there, which is the blue and white machine. That is something's squeaking below. That's not a kart that's working very well.
There's Isaac Jameson. It was Isaac Jameson, an angry Isaac Jameson, pulling in.
Black flag.
Yes, who's now getting comforted by a member of the X-Kart team. I've got to say, there's a growing number of drivers in the Parc Ferme area below us. The number 25.
A lot of lip pouting, isn't there?
Well, Lily Shaw has just pulled in with a bumper problem on her kart.
Yeah, she had a mechanical, didn't she?
The number 25 is also in the pits and out of the race. That would be the number 25 of Thomas Ambler.
On the track, Gilbert is getting closer and closer in the 14 kart, trying to get that 2nd place. The big white bumper is really now filling up the non-existent rear view mirror of Zach Jennings.
Yes. I mean, if there was one, he'd be looking at it.
But
we know
the gap hasn't come down. It's still just shy of 2 seconds. They've not gained anything on Elijah Hazelwood in the last 3 minutes. But they are trying to put on a bit of a show by battling themselves for the bottom 2 steps of the podium.
Yep. And there's still Jennings hasn't given up hope.
Hope springs eternal.
Yes, hope. God loves a trier. Jennings is trying to appeal to Gilbert's better nature and say, now, look, it was only 3 minutes to go. If you could just try not to overtake me for the next 3 minutes.
Yeah, so until the race is over. Until the race is over. 43.6 against 43.5, so gained a 10th back on the leader, but that's not going to get. They need 18 laps to catch him up at that rate. You know. And realistically, we'll all have gone home by then.
Yeah. One strawberry does not a punnet make. They head round.
Not even a strawberry racing punnet.
Yeah, no, or a strawberry racing pun.
He's very insistent on working together, Zach Jennings, and he really wants. I think that if Lewis could get past, I think he's quicker, but not quicker enough to gain on Elijah Hazelwood, who's just out of shot at the moment, being a bit good.
Yeah, I mean, Zach Jennings has watched an awful lot of kart racing before he started kart racing. He's got the driver signals down to a T.
Very important.
Yes, yeah, to, be able to tell the other drivers what you want them to do to help you in a race.
Let me through, then we'll work together.
Yes, always the same.
But
I make
overtaking me.
Yeah.
So let's work together. There's no point working together because you guys, we actually gained a couple of tenths that time, so they did gain 2 tenths, so they're making it a little bit more exciting.
But of course, now we get down to and still there's another signal.
Work with me. Work with me.
Of course, the problem is it is working for Zach Jennings and Lewis Gilbert. But of course, Elijah Hazelwood. Now I can't recall who won the opening round of the championship. I do apologise, but heading towards a big win, maybe your first win in a national race. There's always going to be nerves. You're always going to start not being able to block out the laps to go and thinking about it.
Yeah, it's well known for tightening up. If people tighten up and they don't do things quite as well, they lose the flow. However, in that last lap, he didn't lose any time at all.
No, he actually did.
At least this one, they're all in the same frame sometimes.
Well, there we go. Yes, and the gap is 1.6 seconds.
In fairness to Zach Jennings, he's now handling the challenge of Lewis Gilbert reasonably well. So he's discovered a little bit of late race pace with 1:13 to go. Gilbert, I'm sure, was going to try and make some dive at some point to get the second place.
And Gilbert, as to his credit, isn't hassling Jennings. He's letting him sort of
I'm not sure he can anymore. He was
Gilbert
hassling, but now if you look at the gap, which is 3 tenths, that tends to be not so much a non-hassling gap as a losing him gap.
No, that's true. I mean, he's quite not within lunge range. He's not far off.
He's still 3 laps away, 2.5 laps away from the end.
Yeah, and the gap is down to 1.5 seconds.
Let's build this one up, shall we?
I mean,
tenth of a second,
43.49 for Jennings. One thing, Elijah
Hazelwood
Hazelwood
at least they'll have the encouragement of seeing the guy in front and seeing him getting minutely closer.
Yeah, Elijah Hazelwood has not looked over his shoulder. His Chris Harvey and Louis Harvey will be signalling, just saying, go. That they won't be telling him that the gap is closing. They're not going to worry him. They're just saying, go, 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 and this is now a test of the driver.
So it's 2 laps. This lap and one more. They're on the penultimate lap now. Yep. We know you wanted to work together. But interesting that Lewis has closed up the entire gap on Zach. They've also got the lead down to 1.3 seconds, but that's very much a controlled drop of the lead. I think Elijah now very much within himself. Don't forget, the idea of motor racing is not to win by an hour, it's to win by the smallest possible margin.
Yes.
Win by going as slow as you can. Jackie Stewart.
The Jackie Stewart, Alan Prost, sort of idea behind it. Less than, just over 1.3.
Yeah, but the fastest lap of the race, a 43.29 by Lewis Gilbert there. He's actually discovered a second win coming into his last couple of laps. It's the last lap of the race. Can Gilbert make a move and pick up that second place? He's got a chance to go in, but they've gone wide. Now he could go tight, but he dropped off too much there, I think.
Yes, still Zach. Good luck in trying to get Lewis Gilbert to work with you now, Zach Jennings, as the rest of the field trail along behind. But here, Elijah Hazelwood for the Kart team. He will come into the final corner.
No!
Jennings holds him off. Gilbert. Well, Elijah Hazelwood, congratulations. Fair play to Lewis Gilbert.
Gave it a go.
He gave it a go, but also he then, when he had sort of made side-by-side contact with Jennings, he realised, okay, look, if I make this move, there's the move, up on the curb, bang, bang, bang. He backs out of the move there because he realises it hasn't worked.
Yeah, and he's going to get a penalty if he goes for it.
Yeah. And that is very, very smart driving.
Well, at least they gave us a grandstand finish. So this is the final race.
Yes.
Elijah Hazelwood from Zach Jennings. Lewis Gilbert was third. Oscar Zurich was fourth. Zach Mackay was fifth. Oscar Pitt was sixth. And it's Thomas Butcher, George Ralston, Noah Clark, Alfie Forrester, Sammy Jordan, Miles Cleworth, Ray Legg, Cooper Campbell-Lees and Elijah Hartley. That's your top 15.